Okay, so the New York City mayoral debate was 2 nights ago and I watched it and I'm going to tell you all about it. And if you're like, who is this girl? My name's Kristen and I love politics. I've been following this race so closely. First of all, the debate was between these three people. Over here, the Democratic nominee, Zohran Mamdani. Down below him is the Republican nominee, Curtis Sliwa. And up top here, if you don't recognize him, well, that's Andrew Cuomo, the man who lost the Democratic primary, doesn't know how to take no for an answer, if you catch my drift, and is now running as an independent in this election. And I'll be honest, I was a little short on time this weekend to do this recap. It's not going to be a full recap. It's going to be mostly my vibes. Starting off with the most important vibe, I honestly kind of missed Eric Adams up on that debate stage. I mean, I just think how great Curtis Sliwa was in this debate. I just wish we had Eric Adams. You know what? I'm going to tweak what I just said. I wish we had a debate that was just Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo because they are obviously the two frontrunners. And then I wish that we had a secondary debate that was between Curtis Sliwa and Eric Adams because that would have just hit so good. But I did appreciate that Curtis Sliwa was on the debate stage with Andrew Cuomo because he had some really good lines against Cuomo. The first one that stuck out was Sliwa saying, "You think you're the toughest guy in the room? You didn't even win your own primary." Mwah. And a couple more zingers where Andrew Cuomo was trying to defend himself against the accusations of 13 women. Andrew Cuomo said there was no validity to them. Curtis Sliwa then said, "Really, Andrew? All 13 women were lying? Really? All 13? And then another zinger where Curtis Sliwa again says to Cuomo, "I knew Mario Cuomo and you're no Mario Cuomo, Andrew," invoking his dad against him. Ooh. And you'll notice that I've actually not really talked about any policy yet, and that's because I really felt like the majority of the debate, at least the first hour or so, really was lacking on the policy. However, there were some things that Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa agreed on, and like, what does that say when the independent Democrat is agreeing with the Republican in the race? And now, granted, I will give Curtis Sliwa credit where it's due. He's a Republican, but he's not a MAGA Republican. Although Curtis Sliwa did have some policy suggestions that were actually the same as what we've heard Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican nominee in New Jersey, also talk about, and that was primarily no property taxes on seniors and no income taxes for recent college grads. Both of those, I have not heard either candidate explain the logistics of that. I have so many questions, but whatever. We're not here to talk about policy. We're here for fun. Like when we found out that Curtis Sliwa doesn't have a credit card, he only uses a debit card. He also talked about how he got shot in the back of a cab 5 times in 1992, and he hates the Q train. And I'm almost out of time with this, but I didn't even talk about Zohran Mamdani, so that'll be another video. Come back and watch it.